Hi, welcome to PT26 Nuts review of the Cold Steel Roach Belly. This is the little crappy box it comes in. It's what you'll see it in at any knife store or gun show or whatever you buy it at. This is the knife itself in its sheath. It's a pretty small little knife, but just right for a lot of things. Okay, I'm going to get started with POU. What do I see it as on this knife? I think this would make a great food prep, camp knife, bushcraft knife, that kind of thing for someone on a budget. Because this is an incredibly high value knife. Can be obtained for very little. It's a lot like the Mora. I haven't tried out one of those yet, but I'm hoping to. In the near future, I'll probably buy up every one they make and try them all because they are so cheap. Okay, another philosophy for it might actually be, a small, lightweight tactical blade, because it actually does kind of feel good even in a reverse grip or in a knife fighting grip, at least the ones I like to use. And it's just a really handy little knife. Okay, now down to track record. Cold Steel has good and bad track record, in my opinion. To me, it's always been good, but I have seen a lot of videos out there where their knives have broken. I don't think this would be one of them because it kind of has the whole Scandinavian grind going on there. It's a little hollow ground, not much though. I don't know if you can see that. It's really more of a flat grind mid-spine like the Scandinavian blades are. I think it was actually kind of meant to be their version of the Mora, to tell you the truth. Okay, now to steel. On steel it's SK5. I haven't really used this steel that much, but from what I have used it, it does seem like a decent quality steel for a cheap knife. Now I'm not sure I would pay $100 or so for some of the knives that they have in SK5. Like I think it's the Trailmaster that they want an arm and a leg for, even though it's in this ridiculously cheap steel. Yeah, I can't see myself paying for that, but for a knife like this, yeah, it's probably okay. Handle material, it's like a molded plastic, and it has a wood grain to it. It's okay, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not as slick as I thought it would be, so that's good. The sheath is actually pretty good, and it's one of the reasons I'd probably pick this over the Mora. It's actually a nylon sheath with like a little, I don't know, almost a Kydex insert or something. It and the nylon are looped together and riveted and sewn. At least that's what it feels like to me. Some sort of plastic that's not like the Mora sheaths where it's kind of a cheap thermomold plastic design. This actually seems like a decent little protector for it, and does hold the knife fairly well. It will shake out, as you just saw, but you know, the fact that it doesn't just fall out upside down is a good thing. This is pretty much a blade protector for while it's in your pack. It does have a little belt loop. If I were to use that, I'd probably loop some paracord through it and throw it on like a neck knife. Okay, sharpness. It's excellent out of the box. And the SK5 actually does hold up pretty well for being a cheap steel. I've cut quite a bit with this, and it's still pretty sharp. And it sharpens up quickly and easily. And size and weight. I think this knife is probably about like, I don't know, 6 or 8 ounces total, probably. Maybe a little more than that, but it's very light. I don't focus too much on what exactly it weighs. It's more like, does it feel heavy to me? Does it feel light to me? Things like that. And it feels pretty light. Ergonomics are classic but good. You see a lot of knives in the 1800s with handles and blades very similar to this. A lot of times they were bigger. A lot of the really early Bowie knives were actually more like this, the Appalachian Bowies. Before Jim Bowie made the cross-guarded one really popular. The images of him in all the books about the Alamo and stuff really popularized that design. It's kind of a mini companion knife to one of those. And the handle is fairly ergonomic on it too. Has some decent jimping up here. It's been kind of deburred and where it doesn't hurt your thumb anymore, but it does actually still give you some decent grip. I'm not going to complain about that too much for the cost of the knife. Variations. Cold Steel actually has several knives about this same size, about the same cost, same type of sheath. I don't remember what they all are, but you can look it up on most knife websites under Cold Steel and look at the Roach Belly and similarly priced knives. So if you don't like this, there might be another one like the Mini Hunter or something like that that you like better. Compatibility with your systems. If you don't have a lightweight knife, or if you have a knife already and just want a backup, this should be a great choice, mainly because of cost and just excellence. And a lot like people recommend the Mora knives for people who are just starting out because they are really good and really cheap. I would recommend you try this one too, because you might like it better than the Mora. It's very similar. And now we're down to value. I got this one for $10. I don't know about you, but I don't know very many knives, period, you can get for $10 that are worth a damn. Most of the knives that are $10 are made in China pieces of crap, which actually, I think this is made in China or Taiwan. Yeah, it's Taiwan. So that's actually quite a bit better than China. Most of the Taiwan knives are made using American or Japanese steel and are excellent. So for $10 you're getting a very good knife in my opinion. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos like this, and life is good.